Alright everybody, before I get started on this video, the Incredible Hemi t-shirts are now available in hoodies. So please get yourself a hoodie. They're available right now. I'm going to put a link in the description so you can get your Incredible Hemi t-shirt. I'm sorry, you can get your Incredible Hemi hoodie. Got the Cameraman hoodie still available. All the merchandise is still available. They also have all the merchandise available, like right under the video description link, stuff like that. It'll say Incredible Hemi merchandise. So please pick up yourself a hoodie, help support the channel, and yeah, get your Incredible Hemi hoodies are available right now. Mine will be here actually today sometime. Ordered mine I think Monday or something like that. I didn't want to promote it until I actually got it in, but it didn't come in time, so this is basically it, but in the hoodie version. So please get yourself an Incredible Hemi hoodie, or Cam Dram hoodie too, whatever you want, and help support the channel. Let's get started on the video. So today's video, I'm going to show you how I get my big four-door, four-wheel drive Ram ready for the drag strip. It's really not that big. It's just, you know, a couple seats come out, change out some wheels and tires, tailgate spare, stuff like that. I'm going to show you how to do all that. Not to a full extent of actually how to actually do every bolt, but I'll show you where the bolts are and stuff like that. I just already have them all out, so I'm not going to put it all back in and then pull it all back out, because then I don't like pulling bolts in and out non-stop. I did it a lot last year when I didn't have a different vehicle, so I'd have to pull the interior, put the interior back in. It was a nightmare. So right now the Ram is basically just prepped, ready for the drag strip at all times, and I have another vehicle I take to work, so I can do all my content with the Ram. It's ready to go. And when the drag strip is closed, the Ram will go back to like full weight, all this and that, and I'll be driving it a lot more. I could do a lot of good stuff in the winter where they got a lot of plans coming up, and I can put out a lot of good content for you guys. So this video, I'm just going to show you how to do basically not what you could do it also, but what I do to get ready for the drag strip. Number one, it all starts with these. These are 17-inch OEM wheels with Hoosier slicks on them. I did have the Mickey Thompson ET Street R slicks, but those are worn out. I just got rid of them. They are sold. So I went with 17-inch OEM wheels compared to my 20-inch wheels with 275, 55, 20 tires on them. That weigh 75 pounds a piece, compared to these weigh about 52, and these weigh, I think, 49. So that's where it all starts when going from the wheels and getting a drag pack, wheels and tires, to how I get ready at the drag strip. Alright guys, then I come to the back of the truck. I mean, usually I do the inside first, but I'm already outside, so I'm going to do the outside. I have a bed mat that's on here that I take off every single time. I don't think it makes really a difference. I'm not going to lie. It probably helps a little with a little bit of weight transfer. But I actually take it off every time. And the only reason I have these straps on is to hold this in, the plastic bed lining on both sides, so it doesn't fly out. Because I actually took it off at the track once and didn't have anything to hold these in. And these started come flying out and everything like that. So from now on, I just put a strap on it, and it holds it in tight. And when I put the bed liner back on, the bed mat, obviously I take it off and it's back to being a normal bed. Then I take off the tailgate. All this stuff is very easy, as you can see here. A couple little hooks. This is, I wish I could show you how to do it, but I don't think I'd be able to anyway, just because I'm holding the camera with one hand and I can't be lifting an 80-pound tailgate. I mean, I can lift it, but I'm not gonna be able to get it up on one side and the other side. I'd be dropping it, breaking it, stuff like that. So yeah, everything's already off. This truck has been drag prepped basically since I got my Lexus. And I put this on. This is just for the electrical reasons. I plug this into here. You push it into there. When you unplug it, so your tailgate. And then I get underneath. Let's see if I can show you this. Oh, and I take the spare off. That's the outside of the truck. 17-inch OEM wheels. If you don't want to do the interior, that's fine. I'm going to show you how to take the interior out very easily. As you can see, it's in my garage right now. Very easily. And it makes you go faster at the drag strip. You're reducing weight, so it's always going to be helpful. And also in this video, I'm going to show you how I turn my 93 octane into 100 octane race gas. Alright, now we're in the inside of my big 4x4 truck. This is also four-wheel drive, in case I haven't mentioned it. I take the rear seat out. It's actually not that hard to do. There's a bolt here and a bolt here. I leave this out for right now because, you know, no big deal. And then you have to do the couple bolts on the seat belts. I think this one here, these slide up the seat belt. But I actually just leave this bolted into there like that because I don't use the rear seatbelt. And, you know, I have when I put my daughter in here, obviously I don't need the rear seatbelt. I have a harness, not a harness, anyone knows, it locks in to the actual bracket on the seat. So that's how I do that. You don't use the seatbelt. Plus that lock in is much stronger than this flimsy seatbelt for a car seat. So I didn't like that so much. Now I'm going to go up here to show you how to do that. But yeah, basically bolt here, you lift up, hooks off there, and the same thing at the other side. Bolt, unhook, and this bolt down there comes out. If you never taken it off yet, like I said, I just leave it like that for now, and that's how I do the rear. Now the front is very similar. 2 bolts in the back, one here, one here. One here, one here. Yes, I do have some rips from taking this shit in and out so much. This is for the airbag in the passenger seat. Just unhook that. Also, for the center console, as you can see, there's a bolt that goes here. And I actually bought this tray at Walmart because I hated not having a center console, and bought a longer bolt that fits into there. And I bolt this little $10 tray down so I have something. Oh, sorry. I have something just to put my stuff in when I'm headed to the drag strip, because I do not have a center console. And it's a lot better. It's like, I call it my my drag console. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I do for that. And you know, it's a lot easier than just having nothing there. And if you have like a higher model Ram, like the Sports, you have the big center console, they don't come out, from what my knowledge is. You leave them in because they're bolted up into here and everything. So I'm gonna show you how the seat is also bolted to the center console. All right, as you can see, all the seats are in the truck. Now, right here, as you can see here, these bolts bolt into the seat on the side of the seat. I always put this in first and then the seat, and then lift this up a little and slide these bolts on here. As you can see, these broke, which I did something dumb when I did it. I did it all one day. I was using my impact to take them off, and I accidentally had it forward. So obviously it broke it right off. So now when I do this and mostly everything else, I just use a wrench, because I accidentally did it one time in forward when it should have been reverse, and it snapped off those 2 bolts that hook into the seat, which is all right though. That thing's bolted down with this, and this is bolted down, so that's okay. But there's a couple harnesses underneath the seat, 3 little clips. They come off very easily, very fast, and very easy. And there's my spare with the jack. Not really planning on, even if I did do the wheels and tires, I can't really run that spare anyway, because it's a 32, 33-inch spare compared to 28-inch tires. So if I got a flat, I basically have to bring 2. So bringing just 1 spare would be kind of useless. And here's my tailgate. I leave it on a bed so it doesn't get scratched, as you can see right like that. Yeah, basically I leave it on a bed. I turn it the other way. You know, everything's a little dirty right now, but yeah. This mattress wasn't actually in here for this. It was just an extra mattress that I kept in the garage. And it actually came in handy, because I actually use it to make sure my bed don't get scratched. Alright, now when I get to the drag strip, this is my daily driver setup, just like this. Bing, bang, boom. Air filters on. When I get to the drag strip, I undo this, take it right off. I have 2 more clamps on here, and I clamp that right in place. And that is my track intake. It's a very simple thing to do with the drag strip. And ever since I got this rubber silicone one, it's much easier. I just lift up like this, and it pops in a lot easier than my other one. I'd have to unscrew more, or loosen up more, and then retighten it back down. But that is my track setup. And you can see my new catch can that I made a whole video about. This is actually Demon catch can, if you guys didn't know that. Demon parts installed. Hell yeah. That's my track setup there. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I do to mix my gas to get 100 octane. And then I get my 100 octane tune, and I'll show you exactly how to mix it properly. I actually use this stuff. This is what I use to mix with my 93 octane. I was using the can of VP Fuels Additive Octanium for maybe a little under a year, and I feel like it didn't do much. It did a little bit possibly, but not much to where it made a huge difference. But I did use it, and it's not good because it's leaded. This stuff is unleaded. It's okay for O2 sensors. It's good for your spark plugs, from what I hear about spark plugs, but O2 sensors it's good with. The additive will rot your shit out. This is actually much stronger, much more powerful, and you can actually mix this to even get, say you want 116 octane. You can actually use this to mix with to get 116 octane. I don't do that. I like to get around 101 octane. I have a 100 octane tune, but Jay, my tuner, said it's good for about 100 to like 102. He's like, don't, you know, do anything more than 102 octane with the tune. He's like, that's right. So I did 101. 100's like perfect also, but I do 101 just so I have at least 100, and I know it's not going to be over 102, so that's why I stick with 101 octane. And I'm going to show you exactly, like, you know, how I figure out how much gas I have in my truck and how to calculate how much of this to put in. All right, guys, this is how I figure out exactly how much gas is in my truck. As you can see, it's showing just under a half right there. So when I go into my fuel economy, and I'll divide it. I'll take 146 and divide it by 15.4 on my calculator, and that tells you basically exactly how much gas is in your tank. It could be a little bit off, but that's what I do, because that's why I also mix to 100 octane or 101 octane. And I do it when the truck is off and not running, because it could fluctuate a little bit, the range and the average. So I do it when it's off, because it's exactly how much is in the gas tank right now without like the gas moving around. And then I multiply how much is in there. To get 101 octane, you want to multiply by 1.28 on Boostane's website. So we even want to do it like this. As you can see, this entire can will treat 30.4.7 gallons of octane treated. That is more than what this entire truck holds. This truck holds 26 gallons. So to do that, it's like a little, I think it's like 0.98 or something like that to get 100 octane. But I do 101 octane, so it's 1.28, and then times that by how many gallons is in there, and it comes to, I think, you know, possibly, you know, say 14 ounces, something like that. You take 14 ounces, I do it in a measuring cup. I put it in a measuring cup exactly how much I need, and I, you know, put it right into the gas tank. I'll drive around for 5-10 minutes or so. I mean, probably less than that. I usually say about 5 minutes. I go around a lot of turns, hit it some gas, sometimes brake. I let that stuff mix in really good before I even go to the tuning part. And then I get my handheld tuner. I got it in here. I got a Diablo Sport Intune. Diablo Sport Intune i2. And then I put my 100 octane tune in. I always try to make sure it's mixed properly before I do the tune. I have done it where I just throw it in and went. It's not gonna hurt, but you're not gonna feel it, the performance, until it's actually mixed in properly. But for my truck, I always try to get it mixed in first and leave the 93 octane tune on. So when it does have 100 octane in there, I can switch 100 octane tune, and it's ready to rock and roll. So, but yeah, that's how I prep my truck for the drag strip, in case anyone ever wondered. You know, my subscribers have seen probably this video. I did a video like this about a year ago or so, something like that. So I figured I'd do an updated video, because this truck has been hitting the drag strip a lot more lately. All right, guys, so that's how I get my truck ready for the drag strip. Use the Boostane, mix it up properly, and make sure everything goes good. Like I said, I plan on going on Wednesday. This is today. Sorry, today is Wednesday. I don't even know what day it is, because I'm actually off work today, which sucks, but it is what it is. And if I can't get there tonight, if anything, I got to go to Cecil County tonight, because ACCO is not open on Wednesdays. They're open Tuesdays and Fridays. Cecil County is Wednesdays and Fridays. This is for the day. But I don't think I'll be able to get there. I'm not too sure. I can get there, but it's an hour drive, and it's on the middle of the week, so I'm not too sure if I want to do that. So my plan is to go Friday, hit the drag strip. I haven't been there in a couple weeks. I've had a lot of things popping up on the days that I plan on going. All of a sudden, something happens where I can't go. But, you know, I'm ready to go. I didn't put the Boostane in yet. I will be putting this in probably Thursday or after work. So I don't want this to be sitting in the gas tank. I don't know if it does anything sitting in the gas tank. I'm not going to lie. But the shelf life of this is actually unlimited. You can actually, if it's not open, it's just sitting here, it says it has the shelf life. You can just leave it on the shelf for God knows how long. So that's a good thing. So yeah, that's what I use to mix my 100 octane. And Boostane is making a much bigger difference over 93 and additive octanium. So hopefully we can get to the track and run some new personal bests when we get there. All right, guys, you know what it is. Till the next one. Peace.